If you are over 60 and you drank orange juice this morning, what I'm about to tell you is going to change the way you look at your kitchen forever. There are 5 drinks sitting in your refrigerator right now that are quietly wrapping fat around your organs, and every single one of them has the word healthy somewhere on the label. Visceral fat is not the fat you can see or pinch around your waist. It is the fat that wraps itself around your liver, your kidneys, your intestines, and even your heart. After 60, your metabolism slows down, your hormone levels shift, and your body starts storing fat deeper inside instead of under the skin. So every wrong drink you take is not just adding calories, it is feeding an invisible layer of fat that suffocates your organs from the inside. And here is what makes this worse. Every single drink on this list is something you probably believe is good. Drink number 1 sits in almost every refrigerator in the country, and when you hear the numbers, you will never look at it the same way again. Fruit juice, especially orange juice, apple juice, and cranberry juice cocktail. A single glass of orange juice contains roughly 21 grams of sugar, and a can of Coca-Cola contains 26. That is barely 5 grams of difference, yet one is treated like medicine and the other like poison. The problem is not the sugar number alone, it is the type of sugar, fructose. When you eat a whole orange, the fiber slows everything down, and your body handles the fructose gradually. But when you drink the juice, that fiber is gone, and your liver gets hit with a massive fructose load all at once. Your liver cannot store that much fructose, so it does the only thing it can. It converts the excess directly into fat, a process we call de novo lipogenesis. In 2009, researchers at the University of California published a landmark study in the Journal of Clinical Investigation. They gave one group fructose beverages and another group glucose beverages for just 10 weeks. The fructose group gained significantly more visceral fat, developed worse insulin sensitivity, and showed higher triglyceride. The glucose group had none of those problems. Then in 2016, the Framingham Heart Study tracked thousands of participants and found that daily sugar-sweetened beverage drinkers had a 27% increase in visceral fat volume over 6 years. Here is what works instead. Eat the whole fruit, keep the fiber, and if you want flavor in your water, squeeze half a lemon or drop in a few fresh. Now, the next drink on this list genuinely unsettled me when I first read the data, because this study was done specifically on people over 65 for almost a decade. Drink number 2, diet soda and zero sugar drinks. Most people switch to diet soda believing they are making the smart choice. Zero sugar, 0 calories, no harm done. But a study called the San Antonio Longitudinal Study of Aging tracked 749 adults over 65 for nearly a decade, and the results shook the research community. Daily diet soda drinkers gained almost 4 times more waist circumference than people who never touched diet soda. The non-users gained less than 1 centimeter per interval. Occasional drinkers gained almost 2, and daily drinkers gained over 3 centimeters, a clear staircase pattern. The more diet soda they drank, the bigger their belly grew. And remember, these people were consuming 0 calories from those drinks. The researchers pointed to artificial sweeteners, aspartame, saccharin, as the likely cause, because these chemicals appear to disrupt gut bacteria and confuse your insulin system into storage. And in 2024, a team at the University of Minnesota confirmed this. Long-term artificial sweetener intake was directly linked to increased abdominal fat tissue volume. Here is what makes this particularly dangerous after 60. Your waist keeps expanding while your muscle mass quietly disappears. The fat replacing that lost muscle is packing itself deep around your organs, and diet soda appears to be speeding up that exact trade. The replacement is easy. Sparkling mineral water with a squeeze of lemon, or plain water infused overnight with cucumber and mint. But drink number 3 might be even worse, because at least with diet soda, you know it is artificial. This next one fools everyone. Store-bought smoothies, the ones in plastic bottles with pictures of strawberries and mangoes, and the words natural and organic printed right on the front. A single 15-ounce bottle of a popular green smoothie brand contains 53 grams of sugar. A 20-ounce bottle of Coca-Cola contains 65. So your healthy morning smoothie is carrying 80% of the sugar load of a full-size Coke, except nobody treats it like junk food. And one popular chain sells a single smoothie cup with 112 grams of sugar. That is nearly 3 full cans of Coca-Cola in one so-called health drink. A research analysis in BMJ Open found that commercial smoothies averaged 13 grams of sugar per 100 milliliters, higher than any other drink category they tested. Your liver processes every gram of that sugar through the same fructose pathway we just talked about, straight into visceral fat. Here is how you fix this one. Make your own at home with half a cup of plain Greek yogurt, a handful of spinach, a few frozen berries, and water, nothing else. Now the next one hides in plain sight because most people do not even think of it as a drink, but the sugar it adds over a year is staggering. Flavored coffee. And I am not talking about black coffee, which research actually shows has protective health properties. I am talking about the caramel lattes, the vanilla frappes, the hazelnut creamers, and the sweetened coffee drinks that have become a daily ritual. A 16-ounce caramel frappuccino from a major chain contains 54 grams of sugar, more than a full bottle of Coke. But the hidden problem is the creamer itself. Many popular liquid creamers are loaded with added sugars, inflammatory oils, and artificial additives that your liver has to process on top of everything else. If you are adding 3 to 5 servings of flavored creamer every day, you could be pouring 15 to 25 grams of hidden sugar into your body from coffee alone. After 60, your liver is already working harder and your insulin response is already slower. That daily creamer habit compounds silently over months and years. The smarter choice. Black coffee with a splash of real milk or a pinch of cinnamon. And if you need sweetness, a small amount of raw honey instead of artificial creamer. Number 5 is not a drink. It is a trap that turns every other drink on this list into something worse. And it has nothing to do with sugar, calories, or ingredients. In 2020, researchers at Johns Hopkins published a controlled crossover trial that changed how we think about meal timing and fast. They gave healthy participants the exact same meal at 6 p.m. on one night and at 10 p.m. on another. Same food, same calories. The only difference was the clock. Eating at 10 p.m. caused an 18% higher blood sugar spike, a 5% rise in cortisol, and the body burned 10% less fat during sleep. So even something as innocent as warm milk with honey or a protein shake, taken at the wrong hour, flips your metabolism into fat store. After 60, your internal clock has already shifted earlier, and your body handles food and drinks at night far worse than it did at 40. The rule is straightforward. Finish your last drink and your last bite by 7 p.m. Give your body a 12 to 14 hour overnight window. And if you truly need something before bed, make it plain, warm. Before I let you go, 3 critical warnings. If you take blood thinners, blood pressure medication, or diabetes medication, Any sudden change in your drink habits can shift how your body responds to those drugs. Talk to your doctor before making major changes. The interaction between food timing, sugar intake, and medication dosing is real and sometimes dangerous. Here is what I want you to do this week. Pick the one drink on this list that you reach for the most and swap it out for just 7 days. One swap, 7 days. Then pay attention to your energy, your bloating, your sleep, and how your clothes fit around your waist. And if this helped you, send it to someone over 60 who drinks any of these 5, because what they do not know is quietly building up inside them.